It's interesting because my guy has done the same thing where he's just like, I want to try everything with you and make you come in so many different ways. And the fact that he said, bring a dude in, I kind of love that he said that.
Right.
Because deep down, like, I would love to have a threesome with two guys.
Okay.
Would you?
I kind of think I would be down.
Like.
Use a hoe. Just a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe.
First time in my life, I'm like, oh my God, I want to try all these
and it's different
with him. And he's older.
When you think of like having sex in college with two guys,
oh my God,
there's that like stereotype that like, oh, you're a hoe who just had two guys run train on you. Where now it's like your boyfriend is like, let's find the hottest guy. Literally. And like, let's be obsessed with your body and see how many ways we can turn you on for your pleasure. Like, literally. Why wouldn't we?
I know.
See how high she flies. She got the moon in her eye.
Opening question for today as you come in. What is the best Halloween candy? How a woman's past is going to haunt your future. The more experiences she's had in her past, the more it's going to haunt the future with you. And you know what? Did I waste some time doing this? You know I did, but I also had to make a little intro for this. A little intro jingle for today, guys.
Trick or treat.
Her past will haunt your future. I hope I got you guys into the mood, the haunted mood here about her past is going to haunt your future. To give you a little background here, this video is called Threesomes, featuring Hannah Berner.
I have a really random thought for you about threesomes.
Oh, yeah.
And foursomes.
Yes.
This is so strange. Okay. I have been in relationships before where I'm like, I will never have a threesome with you. I will never have a foursome with you. Get it the fuck out of my face, because I was just too much in the relationship, too far down. I'm at a weird place right now, and I have never in my life really thought about this. I've had a threesome before. I've never had a foursome. I enjoyed myself. It was with another girl, and then a guy, but he's just like a pig. So like, I just was like, it was like fun, but it wasn't anything like I need to do this again.
Yeah.
And to give you guys some background, Alex Cooper here on the left, she is 26 years old. And she's had a threesome, at least one, maybe multiple. The other girl, Hannah, I believe she says she's 29 years old. Remember, in today's world, the more a woman sleeps around, gets around, the more that's going to affect everything else. Her hypergamy is going to have these inflated standards, blah, blah, blah. She's going to have these men in her past that it's hard to live up to because she's tasting all of these high status men, these alpha men. So that was already one thing. That's when you're talking about one guy, the alpha widow. But now we're dealing with threesomes, foursomes, different experiences where you're not only having one alpha in there, you're also getting a second or a third potentially in there that you're going to compete with. And we're going to talk about this again, and especially if you guys were familiar with the X-Men, when we did that whole live stream about a woman's alpha X-Men. So these are the guys, the mutants, that have unique or rare gifts that most normal men don't have. So again, when a girl's out here on the CC, she's going to be tasting all these different types of men, and she's going to be dabbling into these X-Men mutants, these guys that aren't actually attainable. These are the guys that are way out of her league, maybe looks-wise, social status-wise, financial status-wise. They're out of her league, but they're going to hook up with her. They're going to entertain her for a night or a few nights. Problem with this is it creates this entitled queen mindset of unreasonable expectations. Because these thoughts can taste the highest status men, they believe they deserve commitment from the highest status men. The sad ending is she eventually compares you to these ex-men. That's right. That's where her hypergamy, it basically keeps that as like a standard where you have to live up to this. That's when we talk about the comparison. She doesn't always know she's doing it, but subconsciously, it's basically tricking her hypergamy.
Then with this new guy, he's so sexual, and we've had conversations about like, it's the first real relationship that I've been so like sexually pushing the limits. Like he pushes me to the limits, and he's like, I want to do everything with you because it makes me, even if we do shit that's wild, like you like whatever it is, it makes us closer.
The guy that she has just met, this new guy, he's opening up her mind. This is what we call Professor X from the X-Men. This is Psychologist Chad. So one of his gifts, he's able to read others' minds and control others through mind manipulation. When we're talking about the actual X-Men, Professor X, one of his superpowers, one of his mutant gifts, well, she's meeting a guy right now that is Psychologist Chad. He's able to get in her mind. He's able to use reverse psychology. He's able to talk this up in such a way that it's making her go, wow, I really want to have a threesome with this guy, or a foursome. And you're going to hear her talk about this, but just for your own sake, when I've talked about this before, Psychologist Chad, this is an example of who she's talking about right now. Psychologist Chad, and he's also Hippie Chad. Listen to the words that she uses to describe this guy.
With this new guy, he's so sexual, and we've had conversations about like, it's the first real relationship that I've been so like sexually pushing the limits. Like he pushes me to the limits, and he's like, I want to do everything with you because it makes me, even if we do shit that's wild, like you like whatever it is, it makes us closer. Because
of his ability to control his astral self, Professor X, Hippie Chad always gets her experimenting and taking her to new places spiritually. So it's going to make her rethink her paradigms, rethink how she sees the world, rethink her thoughts about threesomes, foursomes, open relationships. These women that run into a guy like this is like the Hippie Chad. And right, this is when we say this is her alpha X widow, she's not going to end up with this guy, but whoever the new guy is, missionary man. All he wants to do is missionary sex. Well, she's going to be thinking back to Hippie Chad, who did all these new things, who made her try all these new experiences. That's what we talk about when we say that she'll reflect back. This is her, like, she's going to miss some of these alphas from her past.
We've been talking about possibly, like, while we're traveling, because we're like, you can't do it in your bed at home.
No.
Traveling,
or like in your neighborhood.
No, you're like walking the dog. You're like, she looks kind of cute. Like, hey, come on over,
let's
Candace.
see the bodega.
Yeah, like no. So he travels a lot for work, and we may be going to like a different country together. And he was like, it could be hot, like if we're like out one night and you go pick someone up, and then like we bring them back. And I've been thinking about it. It's early enough in the relationship that if it's ever going to happen, it would have to be now, so that like I would have to see, like, did I like it?
Or will it be a thing that if you do like it, do you think it would be part of your relationship? Like, or like a holiday?
Well, what he said is, like, if you hated it, he was like, I'm down to do it with another guy or another girl. It's down to you. Like, you pick the person. He was like, and I want you to pick them because it's more so I want you to have sex in this threesome that, like, I want you to be attracted to the guy. And he was like, or the girl, I want you to pick. It's not even for me because I will be more turned on if you are having sex with this girl and having such, like, it's so hot. Like, I don't even have to her. Like, whatever you want to do.
It's all perspective, and he's making you see things in a new light.
Because he's like, and if we hate it, we never have to do it again. But it will be an experience that we talk about. And we're like, oh,
he's so free and open.
You know who she's talking about. She's talking about Hippie Chad, Psychologist Chad. So Hippie Chad, right? He's so free and open. Here's another one. NightCrawler, one of the X-Men. This guy she's talking about, right? He's dipping into multiple of these personas of these alpha X-Men. Because it's Alex Cooper, she's able to taste the top of the top men. She's pretty famous. She's got like hundreds of thousands of followers and all that stuff. So we got NightCrawler. This is Yoga Chat. His gifts: agility of an Olympic gymnast. He has the flexibility to contort his body in ways most normal men cannot. She's dealing with this guy that is making her try all new sexual experiences. It's Yoga Chat as well. He's opening up her mind to all these new things, new positions. We also have Pyro mixed in here. We got some Philosopher Chat in here. Philosopher Chat here. His gifts: he's able to mentally control flames through intense mental focus. He can turn her on by lighting a flame in her pants. All right, so just like the Hannah girl on the right said,
he's so free and open.
He's so open. Wow, he just makes you rethink your perspective about things.
It's all perspective, and he's making you see things in a new light.
That's Philosopher Chad. Again, these are the guys that stick out in her mind, the guys that made her think differently. They completely brought a brand new frame of mind, frame of thinking to things.
I am going to admit, I have never done cocaine before.
Oh, where are we going?
Oh, actually, hear her out on this, guys. This is actually, listen to where she's getting at here.
I'm going to bring it back. I swear I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to... Because everyone thinks
I've never had a threesome. You're like, I've
after
never
my
done
comedy shows, people legit just like give me cocaine because I just seem like a cocaine girl.
Right.
Like,
Everyone thinks I do coke 24.
Whatever. I just feel like if I did cocaine, I'd bash my head into a wall and ruin the party for
It's
everyone.
honestly not. There's not a lot.
And people are like, Hannah, why haven't you done cocaine? And I'm like, bitch, I'm 29.
Right.
If I do it and I don't like it, I have a terrible night. If I do it and I do like it, now I love cocaine.
That's kind of like a great point.
So now I'm bringing it back to you.
Life story.
As in, like, if you do it and you don't like it, it's like possibly traumatizing. And if you do it and do like it, now you want to have threesomes all the time.
No, wait.
So, like, does this complicate your life?
No.
Okay, she brought up such a good point. She brought up the entire alpha widow syndrome, the alpha X-Men right there. She mentioned that she's never done cocaine. She knows that if she tries it, she's like, what? If I like it, why do I want to do that? I don't want to start being a 29-year-old and then all of a sudden I start liking cocaine. She's alluding to threesomes. She's kind of like, well, are you sure you want to introduce this? Because what if you try it and either one, it's a traumatizing experience and it sucks, so why did you put yourself through it? Or two, maybe you try it and all of a sudden you like it and now it's like, how can I go back to normal monogamous relationships ever again? It's like a lose-lose. That's the way that she's pointed out. She's kind of bringing up that question, which is like, that's a great point. That completely sums up the alpha X-Men. It completely sums it up. The more women are dating around on the market, experiencing it, where we can just sit back and be like, fine, your body, your choice, do whatever you want. We know you can get around there and sleep with as many guys you want. Oh, that's so awesome. You're so empowered. Go swipe and bang, 95 guys next month on your Tinder account. Really, really cool. But when we sit back and go, here's why it's a problem, is because just like she said, she doesn't want to try cocaine because it's a lose-lose for her. She's either going to love it and get addicted, or why do I need to do this right now? Or I'm not going to enjoy it, so why do it? When women are out there sleeping around, tasting all these different men, all it's doing is that same thing. Either they're going to get addicted to that chase, to that thrill of the game of trying to chase down these alphas and get one to commit to them. They're going to either chase that and become addicted to that chase, that rush, that sensation, which we see a lot of now. And they're going to then, when they have to settle for a guy, they're going to have these built up expectations in the back of their mind because of all these things they tasted. They're going to have that addiction to cocaine, and now they're going to have to live their entire life not being able to get cocaine, but they've developed an addiction for it. So now they're going to have withdrawals their entire life. She explained this game perfectly. Oh, you go around, you taste them all. Great. Cocaine, it's fun. It's fun. You're addicted from, oh, it's great for this rush, for this party, but it's not sustainable long term. She compares you to her X-Men. She can never get over that cocaine addiction. Then she has these unreasonable expectations. And like I said, in the next video, we're going to see what happens, how it plays out in the actual real world. But them tasting that alpha buffet is exactly like them trying cocaine for the first time. Be careful what you wish for. Adam here to really get an understanding on female nature and the games that women play. Join my new program, Unplugged for Men. It's a continuously growing collection of these full-length, ad-free, uncensored red pill presentations to help men unplug from the blue pill matrix and learn the truth about women, dating, and relationships.